So I'm going to go back to the login page. This is the login page, and you're going to not have a number initially. This will not be visible. You will just see the screen. And what you will do is you will just say register here, because I don't have an account. I'm going to register here. And
Okay.
there in the create account, you should give your name, full name, and what is your password, and then give your email ID, city that you're staying in, area. The roll code for you right now will be 1100, which is the roll code for guides. There is another roll code which is available, 111555, but that currently we are not using that. Those are for assigning team leads and other roles. Currently, we are only going with the guide role for everybody. So you got to input the same 1100 everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, and so once you input 1100, and then you input all the other values, then you say that create account. And what is your athlete ID? So one somebody outsider will not be able to even create an account here, because we need a athlete ID here. So if this is the athlete ID which has been given to you by me from the based on the earlier registrations for runs and all, we have one athlete ID we use everywhere. So some people may have some confusion with an overlapping ID, athlete ID. We are also working on improving the system. If there's any overlap, come back and then I will give you a fresh athlete ID. Just that is your lifelong athlete ID. You have to maintain it. So if you have 180, which is given to you, you just type 180, and 1100 is common for everybody. This one is going to be unique. So 180 may be for Payal, and for Rupa it may be 130, 160, and so on. So I'm going to be having different athlete IDs, and it will be given by our team, and outsiders cannot create an account. So what happens is that if I create that, and I once you create, you will get a login number. I got a number, system generated number 2025, and I'm using my password. So system has given me a login number. I'm going to use that, save it in my browser, login. Once I log in, I'm going to see this screen where you can, I am in the team lead role right now. So if I'm in the team lead role, I can see in my team who are the team members, how many guides I have. So currently I am, whoever has made account, I have started adding them. And if Payal or if Swarna or Lata goes and creates an account like I showed you initially, I should be able to see Lata. If I type, I should be able to see Lata there. So Hemlata, there is somebody Hemlata, and Hemlata I have already assigned to myself. So unless you create a account, I will not be able to see it here. And I once I see it there, I will add them as my team members. And once I add them as a team member, for example, Nidhi is already added here. I have added that because she created an account, and I was able to search for her. So Nidhi is visible to me. So now when Nidhi is visible, I will go and say assign guide. Nidhi's data I can see, and I can see that two athletes are assigned, two visually impaired are assigned to Nidhi Bansal. Okay, and so later on I may change the team leads here, depending on various parameters. Some groups of 5, 6, 10, 20 people may be grouped to a team leader, which will happen later. Right now everybody is aligned to me. Okay, so what happens is that Nidhi's thing is set. And how did I do it? I looked at the data here in who are the visually impaired athletes in my database. I have full database of athletes already, and I will go and search for an athlete by the name, or I can search. They all have a number too. They so I can search by number, or I can search by visually impaired name. So I search for Rakhi. Now if Rakhi, I want to assign this visually impaired to, for example, Nidhi Bansal, then I had to say assign a person. So I assign, and then I say I can assign it to myself, or I can assign it to somebody else. So I have assigned it to one of the guides. So whenever you create an account, I'm going to go look for a visually impaired athlete from my database, and I will assign. And once I assign a person, that person will be then mapped to you, and I will track the history. Once this Nidhi Bansal has two people to manage now. Assignments are two. Okay, and assignment for Sharmila Sinkar is assignment is one. So for I will be able to see what she's doing with these athletes. So what is the next step after, if once you know that assignment has been done, you have to go to the form data. In this form data, you will be able to see that what is these are the things that you will be able to do the assessment for a visually impaired person. You will be doing visual impairment assessment, well-being check, exercise survey, physical exercise video or phone. This is what the surveys that you will be doing. And so visual impairment, one time you know that she's 100% blind, you don't need to go and do the visual impairment assessment again and again. So you may not do this again, repeat it later, but you may do the well-being check, that is the person fine, is there any issues. So you will do well-being check periodically when you know that some person is having any issues, or expecting that there will be something coming up. So just periodicity would be once in two weeks, well-being check, that okay, how are you, just simple as that. Otherwise you're going to go through a checklist which will come up, the well-being checklist will come up for the athlete like this. There is data that need to be filled here. Okay, so once you fill it one time, we will decide on the frequency for the athlete, and then whatever you have done, history will be available. She has never completed, we never did this for her, but for every visually impaired athlete, I will be able to see what was the survey results for her. Okay, and if you want to see I'm going to share my screen one more time, showing you another, how do we, if you don't understand what it is, all this is about, you have to go to the Guide Runners India page, and you're going to, I'm going to give this link first to anybody who is going to be doing all these things. We are going to give only this link. This is the exercise screening link. So anybody comes to exercise screening, first they have to log in, create the account. And to create an account, you have the code, which is 1100, which I told you already, which I explained to you on the screen. So that login has to be created, and you do not understand what it is about. What is this level one well-being screening, physical screening? I don't understand so much. Then look at this video. So you will find some people are some people are not just the basic level, they are little more advanced, they are athletes, they're 100 meters fast runners, or they're trying to keep fit right now, but they are far better runners. Then you have to do the exercise level 2 intermediate level assessment. For that you have to come back to me, and I'll give you specific separate assessment for that. Currently the screens which I showed you cover the level 1. So if everybody is fine with level 1, and once we stabilize on level 1, we will move for some people to level 2, but otherwise we will go back to level 1 only for the other athletes. We continue to do this same level 1 periodically. And once you do the screening and you think that everything is fine, there's no red flags and no special help is needed, you simple exercises are written here. Some people are mapped to Gujarati people there, some people are mapped to Hindi people from Mumbai, they can speak only Hindi. So the Hindi exercise charts are available here. More will be added here. Basically, this is the only link that you need to have right now. So that's about it. Okay. Chalo. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.